就是大家知道吗？就是在片中的话，其实所有的家人跟包含他们家的狗狗，都是导演本人真实的家人们。那想要问导演，就是在这样的设定底下，你创造一个就是虚实混合的情境，跟用这种手法去拍摄。那想知道在拍摄过程中有没有发生什么就是特别触动的事情，或者是家人们有给你什么在拍摄中所感受到的回馈呢？
Thank you all for coming for this personal family film we made about my mother. So yes, first of all, I wanted to make a film about not just about the process my mother had with this illness and how she was fighting it, but for me it was very important to keep her for not just for myself but for all my family forever. And this is the main thing why we made the film. So I want to say that this was my own way of dealing with grief. So it wasn't the way of my family, but I asked them, and they saw the importance of making the film. So they said yes for doing it all of us together. And for them, I mean, for all of us, it's a very sensitive subject. So also, if you saw my grandparents, they're from totally different generation, and they deal with emotion in a totally different way. So for them to be so open doing this film, it was a very generous thing. I mean, on the set, I never gave them to read the script because I wanted for them to be themselves and to be organic and not to having all the dialogues. And because we are not actors, they never had any kind of experience with filming. Only me and my brother, we shot a lot of photographs of them, I don't know, in a period of 10 years before we shot this film. And I'm just saying it, they got used to some kind of, how to say it, to be in some kind of relationship with the lens, but they never did like any kind of acting. And the whole script was inspired by everything that happened. I mean, after my mom passed away, and I started thinking, how should I approach the material I shot with her? And do you need to translate it? I should stop. Huh? So I started thinking, how should I approach the material? And I was watching, especially the last dialogue scene, I mean, the last conversation I had with my mother, and I was thinking that nobody would act it with the strength she had. So I was like, I need to use this material, and if she's in the film, then the whole family needs to be in the film. I can't use the actors and make this world of ours, you know. I needed to make it real, and for the audience to feel this realness, to feel the life itself inside of the film.
好，感谢各位今天愿意拨空来看这部对我来说非常贴身、非常切身的作品。对我来说，这是我自己处理悲伤的方式，所以我希望通过这种方式之后来面对我母亲的离世。这并不，我拍这个作品并不是要去只是为了要去，比如说拍摄记录母亲对抗疾病的过程，而是希望我们要讨论的是到底母亲为我们留下了什么。我们希望通过这个影片之后，让所有的家人都能够永远跟这一个故事之间彼此相连。这是我自己对抗悲伤处理跟因应悲伤的方式。那我们的家人也非常的慷慨跟大方，愿意加入在演出。在拍摄现场的时候，其实我们并没有给他看任何剧本，因为对他们来说，我希望他们能够比较自然，比较做自己，然后比较呈现出他们自己本来的样子。如果他们背台词的话，毕竟我们没有受过这些专业的演员训练的话，很难把它表现出非常真诚的面貌跟样貌。在这个过程当中，会看到其实我的祖父母来自不同的世代，他们面对这些状况的反应跟方式，处理情绪方式也跟我有很大的不同，所以他们愿意这么开诚布公在镜头前面跟大家分享跟讨论，其实我觉得很感谢也很难得。对我来说，这是一个非常漫长的过程。那在这个过程当中，我跟我们两兄弟，其实在拍这部片之前， 花了10年的时间，跟我的祖父母们还有家人拍了很多的照片。所以换言之，这些家人们其实虽然没有真正在镜头上面演出或曾经参与过电影，他们其实已经相对比较习惯有镜头在身边存在，所以对他们来说的话，有镜头在前面拍，他们并没有这么的陌生。所以对我来说，这是一个非常个人的方式，希望这样这个方式之后，能够把我跟母亲之间拍摄下来的素材重新用在电影当中。各位刚才看到我当跟母亲在她离世前的最后一场对话，当时我看完这个画面之后，其实就不知道该怎么样处理，因为那时候想说不可能把另外写一篇对白找个演员，然后把它念出来，因为没有办法去重现那个非常真挚的情绪，所以后来决定把那个片段直接用在电影当中，让大家看到我们当时亲身切身还有真实的互动跟往来。
Wow, what a memory!
那接下来想问第2题，就是这部片其实用一种非常后摄的方式在拍，就是可能会看到侄子就直接说，哎，你在录影这样。那想知道，可是其实，在片中大家从来没有真正看见摄影机，大家都是看到角色们跟摄影机互动的状况。那想知道导演是怎么安排，又有如何的考量在其中呢
？Yes, so I was this. So after my mom passed away, I had this big need to be with my family, and I went to the village house to be with them. And I was just started talking with them. They opened up so much. They were sharing their own memories about my mother, their own dreams. And I started listening to them, and I also started recording all these our conversations, which I listened to it after, and I was like, okay, how should I make this connection with the material I had with my mom, and I didn't want to make just a film which is full of memory. I wanted to have some kind of this structure or narrative, so the audience can connect it and follow it. As you know, it would be much harder if we watch just something that is like in a poetic way that are only memories. So I wanted to make this structure. This is what I mean, and I much more into fiction films than documentaries. This is why I didn't want to and leave it as a documentary, because I was so inspired by everything that happened afterwards. When I listened to my family, I felt the presence of my mother still being there, and I wanted for this feeling also to be in the film. So when I started thinking about it, I was like, okay, I have this big urge to finish the film about my mother, and this is where this idea came from. As everything that is in the film, everything that I wrote in a script, everything happened. So we were just reconstructing all of these scenes when we were shooting.
在这次在拍摄的作品当中，过程里面，其实我当时母亲离世之后，就有很强大的动力跟想法，想要回到家乡去跟这些家人共处。我跟他们讨论互动的时候，他们就开始去提到自己的这些跟母亲过往的经历啊、互动啊、往来啊、回忆等等。我当时把它录下，把他们这些对话录下来之后，就回去再重听一次。我后来想说，我应该要如何把这样的他们的对话、他们的回忆放进到我跟母亲原有的素材当中。我当时并不想只做一部关于回忆的片子，因为对我来说，如果只是回忆，这些很诗意的回忆呈现的话，就好像对他来说可能很难入戏或很难走进到这个故事，所以我希望有一个叙事上面的结构，之后让大家也可以走进到这个故事当中。所以当时我就决定用这样的各位最后看到这种方式去呈现，所有各位看到的这些画面啊、对话那些都是真实发生的，只是我们用不同的方式去重构，把它重现出来。因为其实我自己一直对于剧情片比较感兴趣，而不是纪录片，所以我希望这次作品到最后呈现出来的时候，并不是一部纪录片。
So the idea of meta filming came almost as how to say it, something that I didn't thought about it, because while I was shooting my mother, you also saw the scene in the cave with her. I thought to myself that when you look at it, you can feel the real life inside of it, and I really wanted to have this kind of approach. And I also think there is a lot of humor inside of it. You know, when you are preparing for, I mean, people who are filmmakers, they know how this can be funny in a way when you are trying to make something. Let's say like this scene where I'm trying to catch my dog. So behind the camera is our dog trainer who is like dressed like some kind of boogeyman, trying to scare her because she's my dog and she can't be scared out of me. So it was like you have this kind of emotion inside of the shot, but behind it, it's like totally different atmosphere, totally different situation. So I really liked this kind of approach because I was thinking how to feel life the most in the film, so you can feel that everything is true. I never wanted to like have on the beginning like have this inspired by true events. You know, I don't like this kind of films where somebody is saying that something is true or not. You know, I want to feel it. So this was very important for me, so the audience can feel that this is real life, that these real characters, and that everything that happens is real. You know.
我当时在做这个作品的时候，其实没有特意去想我们要拍一部后设电影，就是没有特别去准备。但是的确，各位如果都拍过电影或做过电影的话，就会知道要去做这样的作品，的确过程里面会有很多意想不到的过程发生。比如说我们正在排练某一个准备某个场景的时候，突然间某个人开始对镜头讲话，或者是对镜头后面的人讲话，这是一个意想不到的状况。但我觉得这都是呈现出来一个家庭里面的生命力，或者是我在作品当中，当我在听他们的在我的家人在讨论关于我母亲的事情的时候，我也感觉到她仿佛还在我们身边一样。我想要把这样的感觉放在作品里面，所以后来就呈现出来各位看到的样子。那其中有一幕是，比如说我要去抓狗的那个画面，其实在镜头背后是我们的训狗员，就是训练狗狗的这个人，他就当时就刻意的打扮成很恐怖的样子，因为毕竟这是我们家的宠物，它看到我并不会害怕，所以我们要刻意的让它感到害怕，就会跑掉，我们去抓它。所以这个过程里面，镜头前、镜头后其实有很多很有意思的事情。那我个人是比较不喜欢在比如说作品里面前面特别写说本片改编自真实事件，因为我觉得所谓的真实事件、真实人物，应该让各位透过画面之后自己感觉到，而不是要特意提醒各位改编自真实事件。
好，那我们现在先开放观众提问，有观众想要提问的吗
Any questions? There's one on the back.
后面的那个。
好，稍等一下，我们的工作人员带你的左手边往前进，所以稍等一下。好，帮忙一下，把麦克风传给他，谢谢。请说。
Hi, Stefan, and thank you for delivering such a beautiful film. And I believe that your process of dealing with grief hasn't been easy, from putting all the materials together and also delivering it to the world, your country, and also bringing it to Taiwan. So I was thinking about you talked about the urge and also the drive that put you forward to finish this film. But I also believe that during that process of grief, there has been a lot of holdbacks. So I was wondering how and where did you find all the courage and the drive to pull you forward to make the entire finish of this film?
Thank you for the compliment. I found the courage in my mother. I mean, she was the most important person to me, and she was just somebody who was always there. And from that point, I don't know, my whole perspective toward life and how much I appreciate life nowadays came from my mother. And yes, this was really complicated process, but it helped me a lot to, I don't know, to deal with the grief itself. So, I mean, if you're asking me if I would do it again, probably I will, because I don't know, I don't see anything more important than my family. So from that side, I think the family even got stronger, and we're much more together nowadays. I don't want to say because of the film, but I think my mom united us in a way.
好，刚才问题问到说，在母亲过世之后处理这些素材，想必并不容易。刚才提到他在母亲过世之后，在跟家人相处期间的时候，找到这个动力，想要把这部片做完，但过程当中势必还是有很多会让你想要放弃啊，或者这些沮丧跟难过的时候。那他们刚才问的问题是，怎么样找到那个把它完成的动力？刚才导演回答是说，对他来说，母亲是生命中、人生当中最重要的人。那很多他对于人生的看法、角度、想法都跟母亲有关系，所以他觉得在这个过程当中的确非常的复杂。那如果现在再问他是不是要再做一次这样的事情，对吧？如果有机会再来一次，要不要重新把这部片做完？他应该还是会做完，因为他对他来说，这是一个他处理跟应对悲伤的过程，而且他觉得这部作品完成之后。也许并不一定是完全因为这个作品，可是因为这个一部分的关系，在这个旅程跟这个过程之后，整家人变得更加凝聚，更加有向心力。他觉得是母亲把一家人绑在一起。
好，那中间这位观众。
好，稍等一下，麦克风在左边。这排在这里。
嗨，你好，那个我想问，是哪一个时刻、哪一个契机，你决定要拍这部电影？因为是妈妈在生病，知道妈妈生病的时候开始，或是什么时候？然后因为像我自己是电影工作者，然后我5年前我妈妈过世。那我那时候其实也很想要拍这样的东西，但是我没有勇气，所以我觉得非常了不起。而且你最后用风和树去对话这个故事，那我觉得非常非常美丽。
I mean, the decision didn't came, how to say, first I wanted to document her as through photographs, because I'm really passionate about photography, and I didn't want to shoot her this way. I mean, I need to give you some context. So first of all, my mother had first time cancer like 15 years before I shot her, and she didn't want to deal with medical care. She said no to it, and she cured herself with alternative methods, like with food, with way of thinking, doing meditation. So when the cancer came back, me and my brother immediately thought that this woman will again win this battle, because she did it and we didn't get it that it's so serious at the time. So she got it that it's much bigger now, and that she needs to be in the surroundings that will help her as much as she needed. So she bought the camp house and she went there, how to say, just to be in the surroundings and to listen to herself and to have these thoughts, like to get stronger mentally so she can fight it. And then I thought that I would like really to document this fight she had, because it was, in a way, it is romantic. It wasn't like tough, like people when they got ill, they go to hospitals and it's very depressing, this surrounding was so, I don't know, like very beautiful, and from that point I wanted to just take photos of her being there, as I also wanted to be as much as I could with her at the time. So I started taking photos. My ex-girlfriend, she was the actress, and she said we should film her, and I was like, no way, because I think we will complicate everything, because she's not so physically strong, and it will be very complicated. So I was against it for, I don't know, a couple of months. And then, like after some time, I said, okay. When my mom said it's okay, it would be, she said that it's that she's okay with it, to do it. And then I said, okay, let's shoot it. I didn't have attention like making a film then. I was just wanted to document her and what she, just the way she fought against it, because she had the biggest will for staying alive. I mean, she appreciated and loved life so much, and this was like, for me, I mean, it's still is like the most beautiful thing I ever saw, you know. And after she passed away, I just watched those shots, and I was thinking, how should I make it now, you know, how to make a film out of this material. I didn't know, I needed really a long time, 5 years. I wrote the script, go back, staying with my family. When these tough subjects are matter, I think the time is your best friend. You should just take your time, you know. There is no like need, like you should finish it fast, or I mean, you just need to go with your feelings, you know, how you feel about it, and just follow yourself. And I don't know, I think, I mean, I really enjoy this process, even if it was so complicated and hard on myself. I really enjoy it, you know. Because I was thinking about my mother all the time, and this was very important to me.
我其实一直以来都会习惯用拍照片的方式来记录跟母亲的生活，还有各种不同的生活方式跟面向。所以，如果跟各位回顾一下历史，其实我的母亲15年前在拍这部影片之前，15年前就已经曾经罹患过癌症。那当时她就不愿意接受我们所谓的传统正规的这种医疗的途径，她用饮食啊、正念啊、冥想的方式，当时就康复了、痊愈了。所以事隔多年之后，在癌症复发的时候，我们两兄弟就觉得这次应该也没问题，他还是可以用这种方式来让自己好转。那当然，后来那时候母亲就觉得我必须要离开原有的环境，到了比如说这个买了一个小房子之后，到这样不同的环境里面，透过这样的环境之后，让他能够有更坚强的心灵跟想法来对抗这个病魔。所以后来其实我也花很多时间陪伴他，一起跟他对话。当时我的当时的女友就是现在的前女友，她是跟我说，你是因为她是演员，她就说你要不要把这段用影片的方式拍下来？我当时其实很抗拒这个想法，就觉得那时候母亲的身体状况已经不是很好了，如果再拿起摄影机的话，可能会让事情太过复杂。一直到我就抗拒这个想法几个月的时间，后来母亲自己愿意说，没关系，我们应该可以拍，我才把这段影片拍下来。等到母亲过世之后，我就回头去看我拍摄这些素材之后，在想到底要怎么样继续下去，如何继续完成下去。然后后来的话，其实中间其实间隔了5年的时间，5年之间反反复复看了剧本，看了素材，5年之后才最后终于决定把它拍成各位最后看到的这部作品。对我来说，这是处理悲伤的方式，非常的复杂，非常的难承受。但随时随地我都想起我自己的母亲。对我来说，母亲是我能够继续努力把这部作品完成的一个非常重要的动力。而且她也觉得，在处理悲伤的时候，其实时间是最好的良药。我们就跟着感觉走，你在没有任何时间压力情况之下，当你觉得适合处理的再处理就可以。
好的，那现场还有观众要提问吗？
Any questions? Any questions?
稍等一下哦。
导演好，那我想请教，因为刚刚您说，就是这个电影都是用真实故事，然后重新结构去拍摄而成的。那有关于这个狗的部分，就是撞到狗啊，然后收养它，然后后来又曾经走失，又找回来，这个过程它也是真实事件，再重新拍摄的嘛。那另外我想请教2个小的技术问题，第一个是有一个猫受到惊吓的画面，那这个是经过设计的，还是不经意拍下来的？另外有关那个狗在受伤治疗的时候，那当时它是有伤的吗？还是说，那如果没有伤，那如果拍摄出它这个对酒精这个痛的反应？谢谢。
Yes, so the question about the cat, my mother sneezes, so this is why the cat reacted to it. The cat was from this campsite, and it was the best cat ever. He was alpha male, so after my mom got ill and she couldn't stay in camp anymore, we took the cat with us to the apartment to be with us and to live with us. But after my mom died, we just saw that this cat is wild and it needs the wilderness, so we took it back to the camp. And every summer when I come to the campsite to stay there, the cat was waiting for me. And I mean, I really felt my mother through this cat. in a way. And from the dog, yes, almost everything happened. I mean, dog is metaphor for my for this how to say, when illness, it's not so romantic as I made this film. Like my mother left in a very hard way. Like when people are dying, this is what happens. But I didn't want to make a depressing film as because of the appreciation my mother had to her life. So, but I also wanted to input this kind of feeling. So, dog represents a little bit of this caring that me and my brother had over my mom. So, in a way, I also, after my mom passed away, I felt like a big hole inside of me, and I wasn't so present at the time, so I hit the dog with my car, and it happened like in the scene. The dog flew away. If it stayed, I would probably took it with me, but the dog left, and after that I needed to have a dog. So I adopted Leah, and I already knew that I will make a film and that I will have the dog in the film. So we started doing these exercises. Like first, I started doing with her like first simple things like, okay, give me your paw and this and that, But then I was like, I would really like to have her barking in some scenes. So I was barking for a month to learn her how to bark on command. It was very funny. But then when we had the film, I knew these kind of scenes where she's scared from me, it would be impossible for me to train her, because we became very close, and it's just something that will not happen. I mean, and those kind of scenes, they didn't happen in real life. It was just a metaphor, that all of this catching the dog, that she's running away, it's just something that me as an author was thinking, how should I put everything that happened after the camp with my mother.
各位在这个故事里面看到那只猫是在露营地里面本来就有一只野猫，那其实当时我们就只是它跟我们的母亲在露营地里面变得非常的亲近。后来母亲身体不好之后呢，我们就是带着母亲回到公寓里面去住，后来也把猫带回到公寓里面。可是后来母亲离世之后，就觉得这只猫实在太适合野外了，我们就把它送回到露营地。我们现在每年去夏天去露营地露营的时候，那只猫还是会等我们，所以对我来说，看到那只猫就好像看到我母亲好像还在一样。那另外一方面，那只狗狗的话，的确很多事情都是我们当时曾经发生过的，就是因为当时的母亲的这个生病的关系等等，所以我的确曾经不小心开车撞到它，然后也因此，如果它那只狗狗当时没有留下来的话，它就会出现在作品当中。可是因为后来就不幸离世之后，我们后来领养了另外一只狗，所以各位看到是我后来领养了一只狗。那我知道在画面里面有很多需要呈现的画面，所以那时候其实事前跟训练那只狗训练了很久，比如说让它经过1个月训练之后，终于让它听懂我的指令是什么时候要叫，或者什么时候要做什么样的动作等等。那唯独就是刚才提到那个那只狗要跑掉，然后去抓它那个过程，其实那个是我们特别设计过的。其实大多数的时候，这些事情都的确我们经过了很长时间的排练或者训练之后，让狗狗能够呈现出我要的样子。那在这个过程当中，我刚才提到母亲不想要接受传统医疗，想要用比较浪漫的方式来对抗病魔。但其实大家都知道，如果要在生病的过程里面，很多事情其实没有这么浪漫。所以对我来说，这只狗就是呈现了某一种我们两兄弟当时面对母亲的这个生病的过程里面的一些沉重的感觉。那的确，我的母亲在我离开之后，我的心里面也留下来很大的缺口。所以我当时就觉得，也许透过宠物的方式或其他方式之后，可以去弥补这个缺口。这是我当时最后会决定把狗狗跟猫放在故事里面的原因。这个狗其实是隐喻了某一种我们面对这些疾病的时候有一些比较沉重的感觉。
好，那因为时间的关系，我们今天的 Q&A session 就到这边。那再麻烦大家散场之后往后方移动，谢谢大家。